All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to more complexity casting action. Me, your casting host Beef, who sometimes forgets that his mic is off and starts to yell at the intro, and it's really funny, and the lawn has to funny type at me, but we're bringing you more HoN Tour action. Winners Round 2 going on here, as Complexity HoN's going to be taking on FyKu in a best-of-3 series, as I mentioned. I'm your casting host Beef. Co-caster with me today is Lalond. Lalond, stop laughing at me. You're being really mean.
Your mic keeps cutting in and out, by the way.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's only going to be for you. The stream uses a different mic.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I'm using an old backup mic. But yeah, FyKu taking on Complexity. And let's take a look back up here. We got into this relatively late because we were trying to get some food between the break. But if we take a look at the blind bands way up there, Ophelia Wild Soul being banned by the Legion. Wild Soul and Keeper of the Forest being banned out by Complexity. Not banning Parasite this time.
Yeah, they keep the Wild Soul banned. I mean, that hero is just ridiculous. Is there a known tree player from FyKu?
I want to say Pinky Curdy plays a pretty good one.
Okay. And then, of course, Legion bans Ophelia. I mean, most players on the Helper team can play a good Ophelia. Like Peter and Moon both play good Ophelias, and Chessie, who's not here, but...
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Well, not going to be seeing any of those heroes, of course. Getting into the lock pool, we have Aluna, Tempest, Plague Rider, Bubbles, and Pharaoh, last pick, being Parasite. So he makes it into the lock pool after not being blind banned.
Yeah, that's interesting. Especially last game, he got locked as well. I mean, not locked. Banned, sorry. Can you hear me? Your mic's like...
Yeah, I can hear you.
Sorry, like it's going in and out a lot.
Sorry, hold on. Let me see if I can mess around with this a bit. Does that sound any better?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, maybe I should switch my Skype setup. But yeah, we already have some picks coming out here. Pharaoh played a very, very big role in Complexity's lineup in the last series. We'll see if they do pick up, well, if they pick him up here again. Possible. Going into the banning phase, though, we do see Draconis, Fade, Pebbles, Demented Shaman, Tundra, and Silhouette all being banned out. So not going with the Monkey King ban. We'll see if FyKu picks him up at some point.
That's for the Pewee or Pewee?
I call him Pee-wee.
Pewee.
I don't know how to say his name, but that's his name to me.
Yeah, he said he was like one of the best Monkey Kings, I guess.
He's pretty damned good with that hero. I've seen him go 600 GPM a couple times.
I like how they were right-clicking the Mage Main, especially against Torture. It's really good against that hero.
Yeah, of course, Torture with that very, very large mana pool. Mana Rift able to do quite a bit of damage, and of course, as long as they have mana, Mage Main's going to be doing additional damage with that mana burn. So, not choosing to go Mage Main just yet, though. They might be saving that for a third pick. Instead, going to choose to go with the Glacius Wretched Hag, maybe a little bit something more conventional. So they've been running Wretched Hag quite a bit lately.
So, sorry, off track. Is FyKu, they're the team, did they win last round? Is that why they're playing Complexity this round? Or is it just...
FyKu won second place in gold.
Second place in gold. Okay, that's what got them put here. Okay.
Sorry, no. That got them seeded, and then yeah, they beat. I want to say call it Karma.
Okay, and there's the Monkey King pick you were talking about.
Yes, they did beat Call It Karma.
Player to play it. Now, do they do the Monkey Kingdom 4 lane, or are they picking them for?
Yes, I've seen them do Monkey Kingdom 4 multiple times.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe Kors plays the Nymphora. But yeah, FyKu did beat Call It Karma. So Call It Karma took first place in gold. They rematched here. Those two teams have played each other 4 times in the past 2 weeks. FyKu knocked Call It Karma down into the loser's bracket. Call It Karma took a double best of 3, 4-0 over FyKu to win. And then FyKu just 2-0'd Call It Karma here in the Diamond Division. So, not bad. They are 4-4 right now between those two teams, but FyKu advances to play Complexity. where they'll probably have a pretty rough time. As you said, though, Monkey King being picked up, something FyKu is very, very, very comfortable with.
Yeah, I agree. The thing is, they snap picked that Tempest with a Parasite and a Bubbles and a Pharaoh in the pool still, and a Plague Rider. I don't know, it's iffy. All those heroes pretty much counter Tempest.
Yeah, for sure. Pinky Curdy, though, he is very comfortable on that Tempest. I've seen him play it quite a few times, so it doesn't surprise me to see them pick that up. On the other side, though, as you'd mentioned, Parasite gets picked up there by Complexity. Going to complement the Miraxis, which they already grabbed. Going to have B-Kid's hero right there, so it looks like they'll be running a Glacius Miraxis lane, doing a Parasite thing, probably a Suicide Plague Rider. They've got a pretty strong Complexity lineup over there.
Yeah, I know yesterday Peter was teaming and complaining about Suicide Plague Rider, so maybe he was like, "Beacon, you gotta pick that hero. It's ridiculous."
He's really good. Able to keep that lane control with the Extinguish and deny the enemy team that experience, and then just the Contagion nuke does so much damage.
And then on the FyKu, they're probably gonna do the Suicide Pharaoh with Torture Solo and Nymphoria Monkey King and Jungle Tempest.
Looks pretty standard. These teams mirroring each other's matchups completely. But let's get it on. We're going to go on into Game 1 of this series. This is HoN Tour Live, brought to you by coLcast. Beef and Lalond. Winners Round 2. Complexity taking on FyKu. Game 1. Let's do this thing. FyKu. They're going to be running that Monkey King lane mid. They have Pee-wee on the Monkey King. We got VN Sensation on the Pharaoh. Shizor going to be running Torture. Pinky Curdy, he's on that Tempest. And then Chorus, he's going to be on the Nymphoria. So doing the support thing, most likely for Monkey King in the middle lane.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're gonna do the Monkey King Nymphoria middle with Suicide Pharaoh. Yeah, okay, that's what they're doing. And then the aggressive jungle. Wait, they're aggressive jungling? Tri-lane?
That is kind of what it looks like down here. I like that. I like the man up there, the aggressive pseudo tri-lane of the Miraxis and the Nymphoria. No, I think Miraxis Glacius will move back to the mid actually, and then it'll be aggressive.
Yeah, they're just checking for the rune, the ward.
I think Moon will stay down here in aggressive start in the offensive jungle with Parasite. I think he might try to set up a gank on mid at say level 2. But I don't think he's going to stay down there permanently. I think he'll be roaming back and forth between the two.
Easter for me. Oh, every time they pause, I'm like, okay, are they going to say DDoS or...
B-Kid hates European servers more than anyone I know.
Yeah, isn't Moon in Europe?
Yeah, he's in Denmark right now.
Yeah. So why is he complaining about European server?
Because B-Kid just hates him. He hates it so bad. He's down here.
Because it's B-Kids. Yeah, that's why.
Well, he's a California kid like you and me. So, I mean, do you want to play on Europe servers?
I don't prefer it, but it's not that bad. It's like 220 ms. Not that bad.
Well, you have better internet than me. For me, it's like 280 or something.
Oh.
And that can get pretty rough. It's not as bad as Slicks on your team over there, Stay Green, having to play, what is he, like 320, 340 the US East sometimes?
Yeah, every time I want to complain about ping, I'm like, I can't really complain about it.
Slicks is just a champ and just doesn't even care. Game gets resumed here, guys, as Complexity is making their way down into the Legion jungle with 4 players. Gonna maybe try to set something up, but no, just getting those offensive wards down, like you said, blocking that camp. I like the position that it's in. It's going to give a lot of vision if Tempest were to come over and gank. So I like that ward position quite a bit.
It's a good one. Typical. Yeah, it's just waiting for the creeps to spawn out. It's typical lanes. What do you think he's gonna put his rune ward at? Because he can put it at the cliff, but he saw Nymphoria ward there earlier. That's the problem. So if he puts a ward there, Nymphoria is gonna see where he places it.
I think he might actually hold on to it for the time being.
Okay, there he puts it in the river. Okay, yeah, because he saw Nymphoria place a ward there earlier, so now he has to be careful where he puts his rune ward.
Yeah, yeah. Yep, so he does place it in the river. It is going to be 2-on-2 in the middle lane. Both lanes with a strong suicide in the form of Pharaoh and Plague Rider. Then the strong solo short. Torture and Wretched Hag going to the lane with the same items. So, we got a pretty damned even game on our hands. Tempest, of course, does farm substantially faster than Parasite if Parasite's not able to get a lot of kills. So, we're going to have to see how involved Parasite gets here in the early game.
Yeah, he's just going to harass the Tempest, most likely, and gank middle. And the thing is, the good thing with the aggressive Parasite with a Plague Rider on your team is the lane's always going to be relatively close to your Suicide Tower, which allows it easier for a Parasite to set up a gank.
Yeah, that's also very true. But Moon already taken out a Catman champion pack. Going to get back in there, and he's going to try to get into this Minotaur, which he might use to try to... well, is he going to try to gank with that? No, he's just going to do a little bit more farming. Wait until he hits maybe level 3 and make sure that his middle lane has level 2 before trying to get over there. This is the same situation that we had before, though, where we had an offensive somebody against a Parasite. Was that an Ophelia?
Yeah, no, it was a No, I think it was a Tempest. It was a Tempest again. It was Tempest last game.
Yeah. Tempest was in his safe jungle, and who was offensive jungle? Was it Ophelia?
It was Ophelia, yeah.
Yeah, okay. But once again, Tempest being kind of restricted in terms of farm.
I think he's already ready to start heading to the other forest.
Yeah, wants to see if he can land a nice easy gank here in the middle lane before he transitions. But right now he's just kind of have to wait. Pushing up just a tiny, tiny bit, and now he is going to be able to get over there. No, they're going to make a run for the rune up top. As Glacius might be in a little bit of trouble, Zeal Stun completely whiffs there. And a nice Ice Imprisonment to make sure that Monkey King was not going to be doing all kinds of crazy flips and get him killed.
The one thing, I don't know if Haxorn will get it, but if he gets his Arcane Shield, it helps against if you can time it when Monkey King is going to try to combo you.
Really? That's pretty good. Now that'll work only against the Heavenly Vault, right?
Yeah, the Monkey King's W.
Yeah. I'm always so unfamiliar with that hero. Like, I'm pretty sure I know what most of the stuff he does, but it seems like every...
As far as you're concerned, it's just some guy rolling his face on the keyboard.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, who's pressing that D button and D gives him haste. Like, I don't know. I tell you, dude, he has a 5th skill, and it's called Spawn Haste Rune. Stupid Monkey Kings. As he does use the Heavenly Vault, pushes Meraxis into the middle lane. A big whiff on that Zeal Stun once again, though. Like, not even close. Core's missing a couple of those now. He's only on 91 MS. FyKu is a EU team, and we're on an EU server here. So kind of odd.
Yeah. Torture is trying to kick Parasite out of the jungle. Parasite triple stack the medium camp. Has Wild Hunters there, which is really good for ganking. And it's a little harder for Tempest to kill, especially since he didn't level his elementals at level 3. Which is weird. I always would recommend leveling elementals at level 3.
Oh, Monkey King might be in a little bit of trouble mid lane. Quake comes out, one more auto attack, and he's going to actually use that Vault. He's going to try to get the kill on Meraxis, manning up a little bit here. Almost turns around and gets the kill on Meraxis. And if Glacius presses up too far, he could easily turn around there. Like, Pee-wee just knows the limits of his hero.
Yeah, that was actually really well played. Almost got the kill.
Oh, but they will get the kill here in the bottom lane. Well, one more. There it is. Okay. So Shams does clean up that kill. That was a nice chain reaction stun coming out of Shizor. Not quite nice enough to save himself. I'm going to readjust make sure that my cords are plugged in on my mic, so I don't want it to keep cutting in and out for you real quick. So give me 1 second here. Alright, well, hold on. Hopefully that works for you. I know how annoying that can be to have your co-caster barely audible or whatnot.
Yeah, it's okay. It just happens once in a while.
Okay, we might have to restart the Skype call or something. Been on here for a few hours, and sometimes they start to deteriorate. Bottom lane Moonman trying to get something done to Shizor, but no, Shizor says, hey, I spotted you. We go ahead and send out a few auto attacks, and with that the Wild Hunter goes running.
Hag is actually losing to Suicide Pharaoh. Is it
Really?
No, Hag's beating by a little bit.
Yeah, the thing about Hag is that Pharaoh has much better attack animation and does a lot of damage, especially if he gets that hatchet. He doesn't have a hatchet in this case. Bottom lane
Pharaoh's
going for a big dive.
He's gonna get a hook off.
No, he
So
cancels
canceled
it. Middle lane. Oh, that's an illusion. I was like, oh, Meraxis is in deep. But he is actually going to be in some trouble here. Out comes the first Heavenly Vault. The second one pushes him back into his team. A nice 3-man quake. They're going to man up on the Monkey King. The last auto attack from the tower comes out. And down he goes. Axe is going to come out.
Oh, I missed that Axe.
He'll be able to land the second one, though.
That was very well played. Nice turnaround.
Yeah, huge turnaround there. Glacial Blast might bring Meraxis down. No. One more set of elemental auto attacks would have done it, but not quite able to land it. 6-minute rune going to be spawning, and Meraxis is going to hope for a regen. He's very low on life.
Yeah, he had a regen earlier. Imagine if he got another one. That'd be ridiculous.
Going to make his way down the river and pick up that invis. We'll see if he uses that to set up a gank here. I would think that he might run over, grab a health potion, chug the invis, plus 1 bottle charge, and then try to do it. But he's actually going to make his way toward the base. Running all the way back home where he could have just gotten a health potion.
If you look at the GPM chart, 4 people in Complexity are out farming everyone else on the Legion team.
Yeah, coL looking very, very strong right now. Up in 3,200 gold, 2,700 experience. Up 4-0.
And it's only 7 minutes into the game, pretty much. That's pretty big.
Yeah, FyKu just not able to get anything done. Their hero that they want farming, the Monkey King, getting nothing done. And their solo short lane Torturer just being completely dominated by this long lane Suicide Plague Rider.
Yeah, I mean, Plague Rider already has Steam Boots. Torturer doesn't have anything, so he still has his starting items and an upgraded Ring of the Teacher.
Yeah, one of the kills, of course, coming out from our Parasite was down there onto Torture. They actually got a second one, didn't they?
I believe so. Yeah, they got 2.
So Torture having a bad day down there for sure. Invisible Glacius is going to be making his way over, try to find somebody. They
saw that. That's why I think Torture's not sitting in lane, because they saw that.
Both teams just kind of looking for a gank right now. Parasite finishes up his Blood Chalice as well as his Ghost Marchers, farming very, very well. 250 gold per minute. I guess it's not incredible, but seems like he's doing well. Bottom lane, Torture in some trouble. Going to try to man up onto Plague Rider. Nothing. Zeal Stun comes out, hits Glacius, but backs off immediately. And FyKu looking without a response here as they're falling further and further behind. Middle lane, Monkey King trying to combo down Meraxis, but it's just a pretty tanky dude. Meraxis says, screw it, I'll turn it around. Quake comes out, going to drop a couple of axes as well, but nothing else.
Yeah, it goes back to that I was saying, the rune control. Peter's doing a really good job rune controlling, and Parasite as well.
Yeah, rune control, of course, very important. Hook going to be coming out bottom lane. Plague Rider might be in some trouble. Down he goes. Chain Reaction Stun comes out, and Retribution there for Shizort. So that's goes a little bit to getting him back into this game.
Yeah, I mean, they have to expect that, especially after Pharaoh canceled it earlier, I believe. They saw that too. And Torture's getting dominated bottom. They have to start moving around the map.
They're going for a dive here mid.
Dominated. Pharaoh not getting much from top. And Monkey King's going on Meraxis middle.
Yeah, is my mic still cutting out, Lalond?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, I'm going to restart the Skype call real quick and switch mics. I'll call you back in like 30 seconds. Sorry about that, guys. For some reason, my mic is having some trouble. I'm actually expecting a new mic. My old one broke, and so I'm using a backup. Let's go ahead and change this real quick. And microphone goes to this one. I think. That should work.
Hello?
Hello.
Oh, you sound different now.
Yes, it's a different microphone.
Aha. It's not going to affect the stream, though, is it?
No, stream still hears the same thing.
Okay.
So there we go. Sorry about that, guys. A little bit of technical difficulties over here, but hopefully that should be fixing it up. As Lalond, I think you weren't able to hear me for a lot of the time we were casting there.
Oh, was I talking over you?
No, I would just, I don't know. I think you weren't able to hear me.
Okay.
I know how irritating it can be to cut out, as Meraxis is getting kind of cut out here. Gonna try to go into Nymph4, and Nymph4 without any boots. Even that Grace of the Nymph not gonna save her. Quake comes out, activates the Matrax, and down goes Nymph4. Moonmeander grabs a kill up top as well, as Pharaoh gets killed. Catman Champion being used by the Parasite, and Complexity's still sitting pretty on a 5,000 golden experience lead.
Yeah, the Legion team is putting all their marbles, or pretty much putting all the marbles into the Monkey King when he's not even doing that well middle.
Yeah, Pee-wee says at 1-0, but gonna be in trouble now. The face-hug comes out. Again, the Thunder Blast from Franzi finishes him off. Bottom lane, Shams picks up a kill onto Shizor.
He might get a double tap too. Tempest kind of
Yeah,
got outplayed by the Plague Rider.
And the Contagion. Complexity pretty much completely outclassing their opponents right now. FyKu, they've looked strong in some of the games that I've cast of them before, but going up against the #2 ranked team in the world, Complexity, it simply looks like they're not answering back, and Complexity's just stacking up the kills.
Yeah, it seems like there's a lot of miscommunication too, because when they try to gank middle, or when middle's getting jumped on, bottom's losing to a 1v2 Plague Rider gang. Like, this shouldn't happen. There's miscommunication going on. Like, there's no way that should happen.
Yeah, I completely agree there. Monkey King makes his way up top, perhaps going to try to find a kill onto Wretched Hag, who's level 10. Level 10 Plague Rider as well. Pee-wee tries to close the distance onto Wretched Hag. Not quite able to, is waiting for the Wrath of the Pharaoh to come in from VN Sensation, but once again, just maybe some poor communication, not coordinating correctly, and not able to set up a kill they should have been able to have. Bottom lane, Shams, your Suicide Plague Rider is the top farmer in the game at nearly 400 gold per minute.
Yeah, that was a lot of help from the Parasite ganks as well.
Yeah, but Shams, he's doing a fantastic job down there, and no response from FyKu. He's finished up Steam Boots, Ring of the Teacher, Power Supply, and now a Tablet of Command.
Yeah, I actually like the tablet. I know a lot of people who Suicide Player go like Astrolabe after their boots.
Yeah.
But I do like the Tablet of Command. That allows him to be able to use his ultimate in team fights and not have to worry about still stopping Tempest ultims. You can just push book him.
Yeah, I completely agree. It's pretty nice. Now, looking at items on the other side, if we look at the gold per minute tab, like you said earlier,
almost 9k.
Everyone on Complexity, with the exception of Franzi, is out farming everyone on the other team. Top gold per minute is double on Complexity as compared to FyKu. And there's just no... you can tell how poor they are just by looking at their items. One person has finished up their Steam Boots, and 4 is still without boots. You know, Tempest is cutting for a portal key after Striders and his mana ring, as Wrath of the Pharaoh going to come in onto Meraxis right here. He turns on the Matrax, and he's just going to man up. Chain Reaction Stun going on to Meraxis. Elemental Void catching nobody out right there. And Meraxis is still alive in the middle of this. He will detonate that Matrax, and is he going to... No. Okay, Agonizing Bonds do finally finish him off. Shams gets the tower kill in the bottom lane, though.
Yeah, that was actually really good blink by B-Kid. I keep thinking Haxton plays Hag. Is really going by B-Kid.
Yeah, Haxton is on...
No, normally it's Haxton on Hag and B-Kid on the Meraxis, isn't it?
Yeah, they switch it around every once in a while. Just to keep us on our toes. Like, I feel it's for no other reason. But, yeah, I think I've probably been saying it wrong most of this game then. Because I'm pretty sure that if I noticed, I certainly didn't pay too much attention to it. Yeah, I was focused on just trying to get my mic fixed up and finishing my lunch before the cast started, so... Scarfing down food between casts. But this one's, well, it's looking like it might be a short game here. Well, though we saw a 16-minute concede in the first series, and damn if that didn't turn into a 3.5-hour-long series. Yeah,
but the thing is, like Monkey King, you need to get that early kill, the early farm to snowball. You need that. You're not gonna. Monkey King, I feel you can't really recover with that hero. You have to snowball.
Yeah, you certainly do have to snowball, and as skilled as Pee-wee might be with that hero, as comfortable with the abilities and landing the correct combos and everything, he's just not getting anything done right now. Sitting at 239 gold per minute, not able to get up to something like a Soul's Bulwark at 9 minutes or whatnot, where you can just walk around the map and one-shot everybody. But Complexity going to play it safe, not going to over-aggressively push, and comfortable sitting on their 2 tower kills for now. Sit back and farm.
It's the safest thing to do. I mean, they could start probably pushing a little bit of towers if they know Tempest ult's down because they missed it middle. I would just get a couple, like a lane ward up, counter ward, and push maybe top. Get that tower.
Yeah, it's okay. Somebody just bought a codex. I think it's Shams. I can't read it because
no, Moon bought a codex.
Oh, okay. I can't tell because the name was cut off. But Moon Meander codex. Oh, okay. That actually makes a lot more sense now. Because it's
At least
Parasite.
I believe it was him because I saw it earlier. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Whew. I was like, if Shams is going for a codex right here, that's humiliation. But no, it is on Moon. Going for a highly aggressive build. I like it. Not going for that blink or the Hellflower, just going straight for the codex to pick up kills.
Yeah, I mean, he has the head up. He can pretty much combo, I'd say, at least 3 people on the team. Monkey King, Torture, and Nymphora.
Yeah, for sure. And, well, that's what they're going to try to do is secure those kills. They do push down that top tower, extending their gold lead to getting close to 10,000 here at 16 minutes into the game. But FyKu not really responding to it yet. And
I think they're praying to get that Tempest portal key and then hopefully make a big play, get a genocide, and come back in the game.
it's always a possibility, though. I mean, you always say, if there's a Tempest in the game, you know, the game's not over. There's always that turnaround potential.
There's always that small chance.
There is always that small chance. You land 5 people in that, bring them in with the agonizing bonds, chain reactions, send Monkey King in there to do his thing, put everybody inside of mummy walls. Nice.
Pharaoh hook into Tempest ult. Pretty strong.
Pretty strong indeed.
I'm surprised Peter hasn't put a ward top on the hill where that pyramid thingy is.
Yeah, the face.
Yeah.
The face statue.
They're gonna let the tower get denied.
I don't think so. I think they're gonna bait it in and then go for a kill, because Meraxis has a portal key.
Oh, Meraxis is TPing out. They're jumping middle.
Oh wow, okay. They are gonna give it up then. Middle lane. They get the
That's
kill.
smart though. They know that the Tempest and Pharaoh will have ultimates. Might as well let the tower get denied, get a kill middle. It's the safest thing, the smartest thing to do.
Yeah, get the kill on the Monkey King. Very important, of course. Codex being upgraded now by Moon, so choosing to stick with that item rather than make a transition. And well, if he continues to get that and goes for something else, Wrath of the Pharaoh misses onto Plague Rider here. Sham's gonna push
Tempest gonna
himself
solo
away.
ulti. Oh, there it is.
Solo ultimate. In comes the chain reaction stun, overlapping some stuns there. Zeal stun comes out as well. The ultimate gonna be used by Plague Rider, the contagion nuke as well, but a decent enough spread. Glacius is there as well as Meraxis. They're gonna try to man up. Glacius does take the fall, but Meraxis gets 1 kill. Bat Blast comes in onto Pharaoh as well as Tempest. Tempest will take the fall, and Meraxis should be able to finish off Pharaoh. Codex being used, and the smackdown goes into B-Kid as what the hell is Monkey King doing there? He's going to try to get the kill onto Wretched Hag, is able to. And will he be able to get away? The leech being used. Meraxis comes in with the Quake, and down goes Pee-wee. So 4 players lost there. Complexity loses 3 as well, so not a terrible trade, but Complexity certainly got the better end of it as they're up 11,000 gold and 10,000 experience now.
Yeah, too bad it wasn't a haste on Monkey King, it was a DD.
Well, he's just supposed to press the D rune, or the D key, and he spawns a haste rune, but I'm telling you, just like, you remember when Gemini first came out and he was bugged and you just hit D a bunch and you got all those stats? There's another hidden skill on Monkey King. You hit D, you spawn haste runes. It happens.
Don't be spreading that around, you're gonna get banned.
I am gonna get banned. That'd be terrible if that like actually was a thing and then I did get banned without even realizing it. That would be absolutely
that was awkward thing.
That would be awkward. It's like when you say something stupid to your friend, and then he's like, "How did you know?" And you're like, "Oh God, now I feel really bad." But anyway, that's completely irrelevant. As Complexity, they're going to try to push down the bottom lane, sending 3 players down there for now. Hellflower is being worked on by both Hag and Meraxis.
Yeah. They get a counter ward bottom. Peter puts a. He doesn't have one. Why? I don't know. Why is Glacius going for the bracelet
He wants an astrolabe that I don't know.
that they already have on Blade Rider?
He just wants to.
He's probably just buying items just to stay alive at this point. They know as long as they just play it safe, they have this game. I mean, 20 minutes, they're up by 11k, 9k, 9.5k XP.
Yeah, that is certainly true. So he's just.
And the farm is on the right heroes too.
Yeah, if we take a look at the GPM tab, they're all looking pretty good. Wrath of the Pharaoh going to come out, going to catch Glacius out of position. Hellfire being activated, and Glacius trying to get away from there using the Thunder Blast, but no. Hellfire will get the kill. Middle lane, Nymphora goes down as well as Monkey King. Did you happen to catch that fight?
No, I was actually watching bottom.
Yeah, I caught the end as Nymphora died, but assuming that it was just good initiation from Haxer and followed up with
the Numeraxis had a haste rune as well.
Oh yeah, he hit that D key. For sure. For sure, for sure. Actually, Monkey King probably hit the D key, and then Meraxis got there before him. That's it.
The D key. Okay.
The D key. I'm telling you, man.
D key thing that.
I gotta get rid of it.
20-minute Hellfire on Hag. It's really good.
Yeah, that Hellfire is going to be very, very nice for bursting down some of these heroes. Going to be able to allow Hag to interrupt Tempest Ultimate should one of those come out and she's not caught in it. Of course, just a great all-around item and able to have that at 20 minutes. Looking very strong for her. Currently top farmer in the game at 383 gold per minute.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, mic went out a little bit again. I don't know. It might be my connection.
Yeah, it's interesting because
it was good and all of a sudden it was like just. Anyways, yeah, if they get a good pick off right here with the Pharaoh hook into a Tempest Ultimate. Thing is, they don't have Helper doesn't have vision. Peter wasn't able to get a ward anywhere around that tower to see if they have vision or not. So.
Yeah. So both teams just kind of posturing around. Looks like Complexity will choose to retreat, farm the enemy team's jungle just a tiny bit. Franzi does get some wards down. Not quite the vision that they need to go balls to the wall against this bottom tier tower. But all vision's good vision. Looks like they might try to set up for Kongor. No, just grabbing a rune and then getting back in there.
If I was FyKu, I would probably just give up that tower, honestly, and go counter push another lane. When you're behind, it's always better to trade towers than defend.
Yeah, that's certainly true, and they do have the middle and top lanes pretty damn pushed up. But choosing to try to get the defense on. I don't know if they're going to be successful. Invisible Meraxis is behind the tower now. So going to be looking for a strong initiation onto somebody like that Tempest or somebody like that Torture. And we'll see Haxorn pressing up just a little bit more, wishing he had a little bit more vision.
If he gets a little closer, the tower will see him, though.
Yeah, and on the other side, there's a Word of Revelation down.
Also, they does that reach him? I don't think that reaches him.
Now it reaches
now
him.
they see him, yeah.
Oh, he's going to go in, though. Lands the Quake onto Pharaoh. Hag comes in, activating that Hellfire, and he will be able to get... whoa, a big Tempest Elemental Void. Going to catch 3 players there. The ultimate bouncing ground from Plague Rider. Monkey King trying to get a kill, but not quite able to. Astrolabe going to keep Meraxis alive for the time being. Hag goes in, and one more auto attack. He will be able to take down Torturer here. One more auto attack. There it is. Franzi actually gets the last hit. And so that's 3 players down from FyKu. Parasite did die.
Sacrifice of a Parasite. Torturer bought back.
Yes, he did. So towards Mac to try to get a little bit of defense. In comes the Hellflower, and down goes Torture. So just absolutely massacred. Nice axes connecting, as well as the Haunt. Look at how slow that M4 is. The Matrax being used, kill secured. And that's
just so demoralizing when you're already behind, you buy back and die again, get nothing accomplished.
Yeah. So the 16,000 gold
and then
lead.
Peter's trolling.
Yeah.
BM. Freezing the Hag at the tower.
16,000 gold lead, 19,000 experience lead is even more so than that. Well, just because that buyback right there. So Shams did, of course, have a nice ultimate in the middle of that, but Meraxis went deep on the initiation there, catching only Pharaoh with that portal key way behind the tower. Do you agree with that initiation?
Oh, that was good. I mean, they have a Hellflyer, they pick off Pharaoh. That was good. The dangerous thing though is Tempest did get a full ulti off. I don't think Shams was able to push poke him out of it, and I don't think his ulti hit the Tempest. So he did get the full ulti off, but he was able to get the Astral Lave off, which kept him alive.
Yeah, it was a nice Tempest Elemental Void. Not sure. Did it go off the entire time? I wasn't sure if somebody broke it up or not.
Enough.
It was like, yeah, it was at least 2 or 3 seconds. For sure. And able to clean up just the Parasite as a result. Not able to get anything else done. PB working on a... looks like it's going to be a Shrunken Head. Opting not to go for that damage build. Having to get very, very defensive. And that's... It's a kind of a pitfall there on Monkey King as Tempest getting caught up in the jungle. Glacial Freeze comes in and Tempest will go down. Legendary streak onto the Haste and Meraxes. There's another fight going on mid. Hellfire being applied and down goes Pharaoh. Just absolutely disintegrated the combination of the face hug. In comes the Haste and Meraxes with
permanent
the
Haste Meraxes pressing that D button.
Presses the D button. A double tap there for Haxer, and they're going to try to clean up the kills on the people in the base, maybe. First, they're going to have to take down this defensive tower. Don't want to go that deep.
Yeah, at this point, it's just been really good initiation. I mean, Meraxes has gotten some pretty lucky haste runes. He can just go in there and feel safe knowing that even if they do turn on him, he can just run out.
It's not even luck. It's pure skill. Haste rune acquiring skill. Now, if you're FyKu, I mean, this game... okay, Merax is going in deep on Nymphora, and he's down. If you're FyKu, do you just CC at this point? There's pretty much no way you're coming back from this.
Yeah, there is no coming back from but like how maybe Pika did when they didn't concede when it was over. They talked about it, fixed their drafting, talk about what they did wrong, try to fix it for next game. Yeah,
Pika's draft in that first game certainly was not the most conventional. But once they straightened up their drafting, it makes you think about how different that series might have been if they had gone with a standard draft in game 1.
Yeah, well, they're always trying to throw them off. I mean, they were the ranked 14 team against ranked 2, so I'm sure they had that little bit of intimidation factor.
Interesting to note that I think by HoN Tour points, FyKu is number 8, I think, going into this. Even though they just came out of gold. So
that's interesting. How does that? That's weird how it works.
They got a high seed in the qualifier. They were the top seed going into the gold division in the top bracket there. Then they got second place in gold, and that got more points than people that were like 8 to 12 in diamond. So,
is that how it's supposed to work?
I don't know.
It doesn't seem right. Why would a gold division first and second team get more points than a diamond?
Oh, Hellfire being applied onto Pharaoh down here in the bottom lane as there's another initiation going on. It looks like Franzi's going to get picked out. Pharaoh tries to TP, but not going to. Meraxes picks off somebody else. Double damage. Cleans up Tempest. Torture perhaps in some trouble trying to drop that volatile pod. Hag comes in with the Shrunken Head activated. Auto attacks going out onto them for the Backblast to finish her off. And Torture is able to TP on out of there. At this point, Complexity saying, screw creeps, we farm heroes.
Yeah, if I was Action, I think I would have ulted the Torture instead of the Nymphora. Because the Torture probably would have died.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, he's blaming EU lag, see?
Well, it's kid's favorite excuse. Favorite excuse. Double damage Meraxes. He's got 4 seconds left on that one. Monkey King tries to come in and make something happen. Not quite able to. But yeah, back to the points. I do believe that first place gold gets more points than everybody below fourth place diamond.
Wow, so in some cases it's almost better to start off in gold than
I don't know.
That seems weird. Why would they? I don't know. Maybe I'm retarded.
Oh, Plague Rider getting caught out with the Wrath of the Pharaoh right here. Uses the tablet to command and he will be able to escape. Activates the Energizer as well. Look at how fast this Plague Rider is, by the way. Even without the Energizer activated, with that Storm Spirit, it's pretty fast.
I wonder what FyKu's plans are at this point in the game. They can't really farm because Hellborn's controlling the jungle. They can't really pick anyone off.
I don't know. I think
they're just waiting for Complexity to push, pray for a 5-man hole.
It's certainly a possibility. I don't.
But even when they do that, they still get jumped by Meraxes.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what their plan is right now. They're just trying to farm. They don't want to give up. You have to respect that as Moonmeander does get a kill on the Nymphoria. I can only imagine that was a Codex level 4. Level 5, so just goes in and one-shots the Nymphoria. Are we going to see a bird? Codex bird?
I don't know, that is kind of BM.
It's pretty BM. So is being in the game.
But it is, it is the Moonmeander style going the Codex bird.
Oh, Pharaoh gonna get initiated on right here. The Matrax being activated, and the Codex to finish him off. That Pharaoh just exploded. That's a 1600 life Pharaoh that just exploded right there. Will Complexity actually push down this tower? Or are they just going to keep on farming their heroes? Now, this is a viable tactic as Miraxus is trying to get back in there. Tempest is going to go down with one more auto attack. Chain reaction being turned around. The Glacial Blast going to go out as well. Miraxus is maybe in some trouble. It looks like Monkey King is cleaned up. The Elemental Void going to catch Miraxus, takes him down. Tempest pays for that one, though. He falls. Monkey King buys back. He's going to be coming back in, trying to land a kill maybe onto Parasite. Drops the one-gen slam. Not able to catch anybody. Energizer is up as the chain reaction going to come out. Only going to hit Parasite.
They're cutting their losses at this point. They're like, yeah, okay, guys, it's over. Just call in. Monkey King try to get a kill in CC.
that's the moral victory right there. Get the kill, then CC. There you go.
Kill Peter.
There you go.
Kill Peter's CC.
All right, guys. Well, that is game 1. Complexity takes it versus FyKu. Going to put themselves up 1-0 in the series. We're going to go to a quick break while we get the next one set up, of course. These players are still in there trying to kill one another. But Lalond, any closing words about that game?
No, Complexity played it well. FyKu kind of didn't really draft too well. And they didn't play that well. Hopefully they can switch it this time.
Yeah, I mean, in that last series we saw a 16-minute concede, and in this series we saw what should have probably been a 20-minute concede. In the first game, we'll see if the challengers, FyKu, are able to bring it back, show us a little bit more of a competitive match in Game 2, or if Complexity will take it out very, very easy and advance to the winners semifinals right away.
Yep.
All right, guys. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break then, get game number 2 set up. Do have to give a shout out to Complexity Gaming for allowing coLcast to happen. Check them out over at complexitygaming.com, where HoN Tour is on the front page. And of course, be sure to read up about the coL Weekly Breakdown. It's what I'm being putting out there every week, covering the Complexity matches and any other Complexity HoN related news. So published another one last night. If you guys want to check that out, it's on the front page of complexitygaming.com. And of course, check out Complexity Gaming at complexitygaming.com/Facebook.com/complexitygaming and Twitter.com/complexitygaming. While you're over there at Twitter, you can check me out at BeefPotPie1. And while you're on Facebook, Lalond, I think you have a Facebook, don't you?
Yeah, I'll give you the plugin. It's like facebook.com/LaLondHoN.
There you go, guys. Make sure to check Lalond out over there. And of course, for any more information regarding Complexity, coLcast, or coL, make sure to check out the info section here on twitch.tv/ComplexityHoN. Guys, we're going to go get into game number 2. Don't go anywhere. This is coLcast HoN Tour.